Touch my knob.
So this is how loud you sound in your, or how loud everyone sounds in your.
Describe it more to me,
So there's a knob.
because I don't understand how simple this is.
Well, that's a volume knob,
Okay.
and you turn it to the right when you want it to go up.
What if I'm on top of it? Is it still to the right?
If you're directly
If
on
I'm,
top of
like,
it,
What if I'm in like the southern hemisphere?
then it's to the left.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm gonna take notes on this.
you should.
Okay.
You have one thing on your paper and it says raw.
Volume knob for volume.
Perfect.
Okay. Just gotta.
Is your
remember
volume good?
that. Yeah, my volume is great. No, actually, it could be louder.
All right, there.
Yeah, that's good. What? No, I know he's doing it. Yeah, I'm just fucking with him.
Yours is on the same level as mine, so mine should just be a little bit more.
Mine should be just a little bit louder than yours, just so you
Mine's
know.
just gonna go all the
Yeah,
way,
all
probably
the
just
way,
all the way
yeah,
up.
Perfect. Now I can hear.
Everything.
I can hear the molecules in my
Oh
body.
my god. Okay.
Too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Had to get it out.
Yeah, what a good start.
What are we doing today?
Well, you had an idea.
did.
Welcome back to BrosVs, the podcast.
Where all your needs are sadly let down.
I was gonna say we're not doing anything anybody needs.
No, this is actually something people need. This thing that I brought up today, I think is super important.
Okay.
So, I'll start it off by basically saying that I guess it's about the concept of hard work.
Okay.
I think like out there in the world today, there's just like, especially today, not just today,
This today.
but like in the last,
Friday.
not just Friday,
This particular Friday.
day and age.
Ooh,
Is that like, what does age relate to? How much time is that? This age? Is that like 10 years?
I don't think it's an actual time
No,
frame.
people say that day and age. In this day and age, what is day means today, and then age is what? Seriously,
it's just a phrase. That
but it means
today.
something. I
It means
guarantee
at
if you
this
Google
time,
it,
at this time.
I guarantee if you
Age
Google
is
it,
not a measurement.
I'm Googling it.
It's not a
Google
time.
it.
It's not a time measurement.
Google it. In
It
this
just
day and
means
age,
it's-
it is a time
It's
measurement.
like the age,
No.
like the age of the dinosaurs. It's a time period.
Bro,
This is a time period.
no, I
It's-
swear
it's
I
not-
swear to
age
God.
is not a time. It's not a measurement of time.
In this day and age, I swear to God, it will have
it's
some
just
sort of
It's just
measurement.
an idiom for like current.
No,
Yes,
people
it is.
said it back in the day, and
They-
it meant some shit.
Yeah, they say it every day. Every day and age is a day and age.
In this day and age, now in the present, as in this day and age,
Exactly.
divorce is very common.
It's redundant. They both mean now. That's exactly what I said. That's exactly what I
So
said.
today.
Yes, it just means.
Okay, what I was saying was
What's an age?
in the last 5 years.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the last, let's say in the last 2 years, there's all this, everything on social media is like motivation, hype. Like let's work hard and grind and hustle, and you can do
Yeah.
anything you want, and all this motivational type stuff.
Right.
And I'm being serious now, guys. And I think that's amazing, but I don't think those people, I don't think those people, the people who are like touting it, who are saying it, who are like, I'm a example of this, I don't think they really give real examples of it. I think they just go like, yeah, you got to work hard, you got to grind, you got to nonstop, you got to, but people hear it and they're like, yeah, I got to work hard. But I think their perception of hard work could be different than the person who's saying this motivational thing, their perception of hard work.
Right.
So I think it comes down to people's perception of hard work. Like if I said, go work hard, like today, do everything in your power, like my everything in my power today might be different than someone else's. And I think there's a disconnect of like, because this is true story. Someone messaged me. I'm going to read it to you guys, actually. It's really interesting. Someone DM'd me, and I said something on my Instagram. I was like, if you have a dream, go for it. Like, fuck what people say, because they're only talking about their own like limitations. That's why they'll tell you like, oh, that's unrealistic, that's this. And this kid DM'd me. I'm not going to say the kid's name, but I talked to him for a little bit about it. And he said, go through my millions of DMs. I get so many DMs, guys. If I don't answer your DMs, by the way, I apologize. Okay, here it goes. He goes, so it was on my story, and I was talking. I was like, my IG story, and I was like, you know, I took a picture of the back of the gym, and I was like, this is a dream. It's been a dream of mine. And then I talked about having a dream and like just going for it and working for it, working towards it, and basically fuck what other people have to say about it, and don't listen to the limitations. In short, and he goes, that's all shit. You live in LA of America. In other countries, it's not like that. Stop talking like a fucking inspiration. And I was just trying to like spread some good. Yeah, and I was like, I said, why so pessimistic? And he said, because it's so because it's so unusual to actually make your dreams come true nowadays. Keep doing thing. We love it. Like he's like kind of switching his, but kids are dropping out of high school because their models are telling them to follow their dreams. Basically, keep doing your thing. Like we love it, but but kids are dropping out of high school. I said, it is usual. It is usual, like, because it's so unusual to actually make your dreams. I said, it is unusual, but saying it's better, I'm trying to get him to think, but you're saying it's better to what? Not try to dream? I asked him this.
Right.
And he goes, not at all, but the majority of internet users think that dreams are something like YouTube or Instagram, and they spend a lot of time spending their time on this. So I said, I'm simply talking about like chasing their dreams, not necessarily YouTube or Instagram, just in general, like being able to just chase your dreams. And then I said a few more things about like, I don't think it's anyone's place to say like whose dream isn't or isn't realistic. And that's the only point I was trying to get across. And I said the whole point too is even in chasing a dream, even if it doesn't work, you can learn so much more about yourself and evolve towards other goals. Like, because we did on the Culture Cast episode, we did a thing about like going towards your goals and like thinking what your goal or what your dream is, and then you kind of get there and then it doesn't work. Mm-hmm. But you learn more about where you are, where you're going, and like you eventually figure something else out. Like my whole life's been an example of that.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I just tried to tell him. And I said, but again, it's just my opinion, my perspective. And then he eventually said like, anyways, like, sorry, thanks for helping me understand. But I think it's interesting that like people get that because you constantly hear this like work hard, and then.
Yeah, well, let me
go ahead.
Mean, there's
talk about this first. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I'm going to talk about what you first started talking about, which was like everyone nowadays, this day and age, touting their knowledge on inspiration and how to sell a dream and how to make it and this and that. I mean, I made a joke on this in the last Bro Science video. What was it? It was like, now that you've experienced a morsel of success, sell your knowledge to a group of desperate and impressionable nobodies on how to break into an oversaturated industry that is collapsing on itself.
This is a good video.
Yeah, that was...
It's a great video.
Pretty much how I thought about that. I mean, just like any other job or anyone offering any service or anything at all, there's going to be people who are good at it and people who are bad at it. But that doesn't mean there's going to be people that the bad people are going to stop doing it. So there's people who can actually provide inspiration and something of value of people, and there's others who just kind of say...
what people want to hear.
Yeah, just surface level shit like, work hard, go after your dreams. And it's like, because people respond to that and they don't really care if it has any sort of value. And it might not. Like, whatever worked for them is not necessarily going to work for somebody else. In some ways, it's kind of like how a psychic will kind of just tell you, it'll like they'll latch on to something that they hear, they ask questions, and they'll latch onto it and just give you this basic shit that connects with you, and you're like, it's true, that's me. This person knows me. They knows to talk, and it's like kind of the same thing for inspirational speakers of that are just kind of in some ways selling snake oil.
There are people too. The worst kind of inspirational speakers I think are ones who I know a few like this. I'm definitely not going to say names. I don't want to hurt people's feelings. But there are people who pretend to have all this stuff. It's kind of a front. And then they sell the dream of having all this stuff while they're making money to actually then go buy all this stuff that they don't actually have.
Exactly, yeah.
So they're like teaching people how to be successful while they're basically selling you stuff so they are successful. Yeah. Versus like, I was successful. I've done these things. I'm doing these things. This is what I learned along the way. It's more like, this is some stuff that I kind of know. I regurgitated this information. Like, go buy my book or go buy my whatever, my audio, whatever it is. It's like a front, and the things that they're showing are a front while they're buying, while they're actually using the money that they're making from inspiring people on how to be successful as they're becoming successful. Like, so meaning, if I was like the most successful guy in the world already, let's say I invested and did all these things and had all this money, then I went back around and was like, I want to be a motivational speaker and talk about my life. I think that's a different situation. Yeah. Versus then, like you said, selling the snake oil because people want to hear it.
Just depends on how good you are at your job. I mean, well, one, how good you are at being an inspirational speaker. I mean, if you have something of value and you can actually inspire people on a level that relates to them and not just, hey, this is what worked for me, give it a shot. But having something that you can kind of take what you've done in your experience and try to apply it across the board. And if someone finds value in that and actually makes use of it, then you've done your job. Then there's other people who are just, in a way, predatory and being like, I'm going to sell a group of desperate and impressionable nobodies and how to make it on Instagram or like, YouTube. And the fact is you can't just work hard at something. Like there's tons of people who work harder than I do. There's tons of people who work harder than you do. It doesn't mean that they're gonna, be successful. There's more to it than that, and there's always going to be.
Yeah. What? So my question then, what do you think is more to it?
Well, someone asked me, like, I can only really speak to, I guess, what I do. But if someone says, how do I, a couple of years ago, if they would be like, how do I, what's your advice for starting a YouTube channel? I would tell them, like, you need to offer something original. You need to offer something like, why are you the go-to person for this? Why should I watch your channel versus anybody else? Like, why are you the one? You can't just do something everyone else is doing, but you also have to put in the work. If they were to ask me that now, I'd be like, don't start a YouTube channel.
Oh my God.
don't do it.
The thing is though, that's with every job. That's with every business. Anything you sell, it's like, why?
Absolutely anything. Why you? Why is yours special? Like, what is your voice? And you might be, like in my case, might be the funniest person in the room, right? But if you don't have something specific that in your voice that you have to offer, you're not going to separate yourself.
This is exactly what I want to talk about mostly right now. Not just the hard work thing, but the why thing. Because the hard work, like you said, anyone could be like, it's something else. It's something else than hard work, right? That's what you're saying.
Well, it's not just one thing.
I know. So what I want to talk about is hard work is not enough, right? That's what I believe. I believe hard work is not enough. I think it's your why. And I think so many people, like, if I ask I swear to God, I've had these conversations with like fitness people or people who like are doing stuff, and you ask them, well, why do you do this? Why do you want to be on Instagram? Why do you want to be on YouTube? And you know what they always say? Some have different answers. Okay, I'm not saying everybody, but there's a lot of people that I've asked this question to, and they just say, because I want to inspire people, because I want to motivate people. That's not a real answer.
No.
So many people go, I want to inspire people, I want to motivate people. And the question you really got to keep asking is, why do you want to do that? And I swear to God, dude, I've asked these people like, well, why? And it's like, because it's a dead stop, because they say those things. People say those things because they know people want to hear them.
Yeah.
Versus like, well, this is why. Because at this point in my life, the thing that I went through made me feel like this, or like some certain situation. Like if you ask me, why do I want to motivate and inspire people? Okay. Why do I want to motivate and inspire in particular? And I'll answer this question right now. Younger men, because I grew up without a father. Mm-hmm. And for me, being able to give back, it makes me feel like I'm giving what I never had. Yeah. To people, to anyone. It started with like, okay, I want to have a younger men audience so that I could talk to them and I could relate to them more. Yeah. And let me try and give what I was never given. Yeah. That's my why, in a nutshell. Yeah. And you ask people, why do you want to inspire and motivate? They just say it because I want to inspire and motivate, and that's it. It's a surface level because really these motherfuckers just after one thing. It's about fame or money or whatever the fuck it is.
In order to inspire, you have to reach some level of success, and that's really what they're looking for. And that's fine. If your answer is like, why do you want to like inspire people? And it's like, well, I want to be successful, and I want to make money telling people how I did it. Like, yeah, okay, hey. Fair.
Nothing wrong with
totally
it.
Totally fair.
The thing is, I'm not trying to say anyone's right or wrong. I'm just saying it's super. I think if you figure out your why you're doing what you're doing, like if you really have a why, then you have so much more power behind everything you do and so much more passion behind everything you do. Yeah. Because you actually have a real reason to like why this affects my heart instead of just like why it affects my pocketbook or. Right. I think it's more powerful.
There's also like, I mean, there is no one way to do it. There's also one thing's not more important than the other. It's, it's a puzzle. Everything's got its place there, but. Once you've reached a level where you can actually inspire people and you do ask yourself, why do you want to? That's important. Because if you're going to try to inspire people, you do need to have a reason of, a conversation with yourself as to like, why am I trying to help people? And if it's like, hey, maybe you're making money off it, like you enjoy talking about your experience, you enjoy seeing, helping people, and you enjoy the fact that you can make a living off it, that's cool. You have your reason. But then there's also like, people who haven't made it and thinking about their why of like why, like I don't know. I just don't think I want to inspire people is a solid answer for like what do you want to do for a living? What's your dreams? Like I want to inspire people. It's like why you? Like again, like
no, that's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
I don't think, and I've had many people hit me up DMs or Snapchat questions like. They ask me like, I want to be big on YouTube, and I'm like, well, why? And they're like, oh, I want to inspire people, and I'm like, well, why?
Is the real answer because you want to, because you want to go to the gym for a living and make videos of it?
Yeah, and you want to make money. You feel like it's some glorious thing, and and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that.
No, it's just like, why you?
Yeah, it's
At
like
this point, especially,
exactly
like, why you?
Exactly based on what you said. It's
Yeah.
everyone's regurgitating information.
Yeah.
So what makes the point is that we're trying to really get across is what's making you unique,
Yeah.
right? Because beyond hard work, that's the one thing it's going to come down to. Because everyone could work super hard and work super different directions and this and that, but like, what is making you different than every other person who's trying to do the same exact thing that you're doing?
Yeah.
So that's why if you can, I think if you can come down to some why that's in your heart, that's the thing that can make you unique. And if you could deliver that message to 1,000 people and then 10,000 and 20,000, and they kind of feel the same about how you feel, then that's how you'll grow your audience or your niche or whatever it is. But if you don't have that, then it's just like you're just another person spinning wheels like everyone else.
Yeah.
So
And,
that's
I mean, let's be honest. Not everybody can do that. Not everybody can just like. Some people can have the most honest intentions, and their why is filled with passion and drive. But it doesn't mean they're going to be able to find that voice and be able to put it into a package that will be successful. And that's what people have to understand too. Like there's variables that you can't quantify, that you can't find within yourself. Maybe like there's things that are going to stop you or be like, it's just not possible for everybody. And I'm not going to say be like, do whatever you want. Like there's things that I can't do that you can't do, and you have to be realistic and try to find like your own path. But just to be like, I want to be on YouTube and do what this person's doing. I don't know. There's no cure all for it.
Yeah. So then my question is, because there's listeners out there, right, or there's viewers, whatever it is, if people like what you just said, because I can agree that I think like sometimes it's just there's a bunch of shit stacked against somebody, and it's why it's not working, or they can't figure it out, or there's multiple variables, whatever. How does that person, if they feel that way, like if they feel like that's me, because I don't want to just say, hey, you guys are fucked.
It's not gonna work out.
Sorry, guys. Yeah. I want to figure out, like, do you think there's a way, and I'll answer this after, do you think there's a way that those people, if they feel like they're in that box, can, like, make the best out of that box or get out of the box?
That's a tough one, man. Like, I don't want to be too pessimistic, you know what I mean? But I don't want to be, like, overly optimistic and be like, everyone's got it within them. You know, I mean, sure, you got something. I think you got to be honest with yourself about what it is you have. And you need to know that before you start saying, I want to do this. You know, like, I don't think you can go the reverse. It's kind of hard to go the reverse. Be like, I want this. Let me back up and say, what can I do within myself that'll get me there? You need to be like, here's what I have to offer. Here's what I know my voice is, what I'm good at, what I'm talented at, what the way I see things, the way I think, and how can I transfer that into success? And most people think about it the opposite way. Like, I want this type of success. How do I get there? Not everyone's cut out for that.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Like, for me, I knew I wanted to write comedy from senior year of high school.
Yeah.
And that's what I set out to do. And there's a million ways that it failed or that I'm not suited to do it in one way or another, but I knew what I wanted. I knew what I was good at. I knew what my voice was. And I didn't know exactly what it was from the start, but I knew it was something that I was good at. And I spent a long time developing it and finding out how to fit it to something that would be successful, and eventually did.
So, yeah, so then this is going to come down to, like, what's your definition of success, and all these things are different for everybody.
Yeah.
But what you're saying, I think, is super important to the people who feel like they're in a box is like, okay, like you said, I think a lot of people go, this is what I want, how do I get there? Instead of like, this is what I have, this is who I am, this is what I'm good at, this is what makes me happy.
Exactly.
How can I make the most out of this and get as close to that as possible?
Yeah.
Like, I think, dude, you're 100% right in this.
Yeah.
At first, I was like, this motherfucker's being pessimistic.
This motherfucker's getting
but then I was like, it makes sense, though.
Like,
it makes sense.
You can't go back and, like, create a talent for yourself necessarily based on the success you want.
Or success someone else has.
Yeah, you need to, like I said, be honest with yourself and what you have to offer first, and be like, all right, I want success. What's success to you? Money, fame, working for yourself, whatever. Like, that's the goal, right? What do you have to offer that would get you there? Not the other way around.
Yeah.
Like, so, you know, everyone's got something, and it's like real. You just got to think, like, you know, but...
Dude, it's so real. It's so real.
But honestly, not everybody can do this. Not everybody can be in entertainment. Not everybody can do, you know, get famous on YouTube. It's not just because you found your talent doesn't mean you're going to. And that's the reality of it. Like, that's why there's no barrier to entry on the internet. So it's hard to separate, like, a lot of things. It's also hard to make a name for yourself now.
Yeah, all these accounts are free.
People ask, like, how do I make a YouTube channel? I'm like, honestly, now's not the best time. Think of something else. Like, You're just getting flooded with things, and you're gonna waste a lot of time. Like maybe if I had started what I was doing now versus 7 years ago, I wouldn't have found the success I did. Different circumstances.
Timing.
Yeah, timing, different circumstances. So like, it's just.
Yeah, I had a conversation with three guys who were in the gym yesterday about timing, because everyone always comes to me like, "Oh man, you're inspirational. You do all this stuff. You do all this, you whatever." And I'm like, man, I'm just like, I was a guy who was like, I was reading about apps before they came out, and because I was always on my phone, and I was like, this Instagram app is going to be amazing before, and people were talking about how it's going to change e-commerce and all this stuff, and I was like, I was buying into it because I was reading all this stuff. I was like, this sounds incredible. Because before that, I was trying to like figure out how to use Twitter, and that crashed and burned. But initially, I was like, I got to take it back to where I started real quick, and I'm gonna get back to this. I promise. Okay. I'm sorry, I have my mind's messed up like that.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I wanted to. My biggest goal was, how can I stay at home, play video games, and not have to go to work and not have to go to school and just sit at home, play video games, but make money? How can I do that? That was my goal when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, when I grow up, I want to play video games, and I don't want to have to like go to a job. So I was like, the internet. Yeah. And then I'm reading about how people making money on Twitter. I'm like, I gotta make money on. How do I do that? And this is exactly what you're saying earlier. It was like, people making money on Twitter because you see it. And I'm like, I'm a person. I could make money on Twitter. And then I'm like, okay, I have no fucking idea how to do this. And it didn't work out. And then I read how people were doing it, and I kind of understood how they were doing it. But Twitter was like, I was no one at the time. And it was an older-ish. I was new, but it was still kind of like, it was maybe a year in when I was really trying.
Yeah.
And then Instagram was coming out, and they're like, this is going to be the thing. It's just pictures. And I was like, oh, I'm like a fitness guy. I'm like, yo, I can take pictures of my abs. It's about to be lit, bro.
Just pictures, no words.
No words,
Let's
pictures,
go.
captions, like short captions, like motivated, focused, let's go. Anyways, so serious. I'm dead serious, bro. I got better over time.
Work hard.
Work hard. Exactly. Follow your dreams. Basic shit. Like, But that was when how old was I? Damn, was I like 22?
Oh.
Yeah, I think it was like just turned 21. Anyways, so I read about it, and I was the guy who was like telling all my friends, like, yo, download this app, it's gonna be popping. Everyone was like, that's just stupid. I just use it to filter my pictures for Facebook. And I was like, but follow me. People were like, no, it wasn't on Android yet. Like, my friends with Android was like, the fuck is that? And so I was telling those kids, bringing it back to the story, that I was like, they're like, oh, you like, how do you do it? And asking me those questions. I'm like, yo, I was just the right place at the right time. And I was like reading, I was trying to figure this out. And then I was like, oh, this is going to be it. And I was one of the first people on it.
Yeah.
And then it was a way different thing at the time. And then all these algorithm and all these different changes and updates. And now it's a different product now. It's a completely different thing. And like you said, at YouTube, same thing. It's just, they keep changing things. So it's like, no matter where you're at, no matter what you're doing, I think it's more important to, instead of to look at other people and their successes, be like, what do I have? What makes me happy? What makes me capable? What makes me useful?
Yeah.
And why are people going to want, like, figure that out before you say, oh, there's a dream, that's a goal. I'm not saying don't dream and don't have goals, but you got to figure you
got to be realistic.
You can't be like, I want to be a famous rapper, but it's like, I have no bars.
Yeah, I'm also really bad at rapping.
Yeah, I'm terrible at rapping, but I want to be a rapper because that looks cool.
Because that shit looks fun. Like,
it's
I think that would be fun to be a rapper.
Awesome. I'm actually a rapper.
Yeah.
You ready?
Like, we rap,
Drop me
rap sandwiches at Subway.
Yeah, like tinfoil rap.
Yeah, I rap burritos
over
at
my
Chipotle.
Meal prep.
Yeah.
Like, wrap it up.
Nice.
Like, sometimes I don't wrap it up.
I know.
No, wrap it up. I wrap it up. I'm joking, guys. That's a bad joke.
Safe sex.
Brought to you by BM Fit.
Your ad here.
Your ad. Please, we need you. YouTube's killing us.
Condoms.
Condoms. Anyways, no, I'm serious though, guys. Like,
perforated condoms for no reason at all.
Perforated. These are not gonna help you.
Mesh.
Yeah, the name of the brand is like, you're fucked.
Anyway,
buy us anyways. I just want to make that point though. What you said was perfect. Like, you dream, goal, have all that, but be like, where am I at? Who am I? What do I have? What makes me happy?
Yeah.
What's gonna like make me unique to the world?
Yeah.
And then the thing
let me ask you this, because like I'm clearly like the little bit more of a
pessimist.
Pessimist.
It's fine
here, and you're the one who's like, you know, everybody's got something, right?
Yeah.
Do you really think everybody is capable of achieving their dreams? Like, not just like, will it happen, because that's a different story. There's people who are absolutely capable of it, but never figured it out, or like the time, like just the circumstances didn't unfold properly. But do you think that everyone has the ability to achieve their dreams?
So this is the thing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask you this question. I'm just going to make everyone think about this question is their dreams, right? Yeah. I think a lot of people, I'm not going to answer it directly, but I will answer it at the end of this. I think a lot of people don't have their own dreams.
Yeah, they don't know what their dream is, right?
Yeah, I think a lot of people see success and they see things, especially because everything's so readily available for you on the internet. And you can see because everyone on Instagram and everyone on YouTube and everyone who's popular, they're not going to be like, most of them aren't going to show their shit. They're going to be like, everything is highlight reel. The internet's highlight reel.
Yeah.
Like on my Instagram, it's my best photo. It's my best angle. It's my best lighting. It's like, I got the structure. I got the detail. I got all the fancy stuff. I look fancy. I'm putting out my best content. This is true. This is real shit. I'm being honest.
At fancy.
I look fancy, whatever.
Like,
when they're like, oh, I gotta click this photo, I gotta
like.
That
goes on in your head. You're like,
it's just
fancy, Brad.
You pinky out like this. But the point is, like, you see all this stuff and you're like, I want that or I want this, and because everyone that you see as successful, they have some sort of highlight reel. But like, so someone's dream is based, like a lot of people's dream, I think, is based on other people's successes.
Yeah.
So if I answer at that time, I think no, because I think people, if you're basing your dream off of someone else and their own success, no, you're not going to reach where they're at because you're completely different. Like you're a different person.
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to answer it for myself as well. Like I pose the question, I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, am I that dude that's sitting here saying like, hey guys, suck it up. You're not all going to make it. Like, am I that guy? But I'm also thinking like, well, I think it's too specific to say, like, can everyone achieve their dream?
Their dream is like, is it your dream?
Everyone's got more than one dream. You know what I mean? Like we were talking about last time. Like my dream for a while was to be on TV, and now I'm thinking, is it really my dream? Like to what you were saying, like you look at success and the way it's put out on social media, and people are like, that's my dream. That's what I want. A lot of people are never going to achieve that. Bottom line, not going to happen. But doesn't mean you're not going to achieve what is actually your dream or another dream of yours. Like maybe your dream is just to like have a family and be fucking happy. Like maybe that's your real dream, and you're like, people can do that. There's other dreams.
You want to know what's funny?
What's that?
That's more my dream now.
Yeah.
Like things. That's the thing is that now I have this shit, right?
Yeah.
But I'm like, don't get me wrong. I'm grateful for all of it.
Yeah.
But there's moments where I'm like, if I could have the other thing and less of this, would I be happier or less happy? I can't say that I'd be less happy. Like,
no, exactly.
The thing is, you learn along the way, like what's really making you happy, and throughout your life, it's going to be different.
Yeah.
Like when you're 21 to whatever, it's going to be, or you're 20, or everyone is different. Like you might be a 20-year-old who thinks like a 30-year-old, and you want a family then. Like I was just a little different. Everyone's different. That's the thing. But that's the whole concept I'm trying to talk about is like social media and the internet, because everyone is on it now.
Yeah.
It skews everyone's perception about life and what they need or what they shouldn't have or what they should have or how they should be. And like, there's so much information that people, it's like, they see and they're like, oh, I should have that, or I need this. But it's like, is that really who you are? Is that really what makes you happy? Is that really like what you're capable of? Is that really what makes you unique? Like, or are you just looking at other people's shit and being like, I want it.
Yeah.
That's really the thing I keep trying to go back to is when you ask me about, can everyone achieve their dreams? If it's their dream.
Yeah. Yeah.
If it's really their dream.
Bring it back to the beginning.
And it changes. And your shit changes. Like,
yeah.
You might want this when you're 20. You might want that when you're 25. Like, I could sit here and be like, man, I want a family and kids. And that's like, I'd be chilling just doing podcasts and have a family and kids and fucking have a baby and shit.
Yeah. That sounds cool.
Babies, like 2 babies.
Like what I said in the beginning, like,
I'd name one Dom.
Would you?
Maybe. I'm Italian.
Be careful with that kid.
No, I wouldn't. I grew up with a kid named Dominic. I don't think I named him Dom.
You didn't like Dominic too much, did you?
No, he was cool, but he was like, he was unique.
Not baby. Yeah, they all are.
All the Dominics are unique. Do you know anyone named Dom in real life? Dominic, Dom, whatever.
No, maybe not anyone close enough that obviously I'd be like, yeah, I know a Dom. There is actually a real Dom Mazzetti out there.
Oh, shout out to the real Dom Mazzetti, but he doesn't have 2 Z's, right? Or
no,
2 T's?
It's spelled exactly the same.
Oh my god!
Yeah, after Guion and I started doing this, maybe 6 months into it, we're like, let's look up if there's an actual Dom out there. Oh my god! And there's a guy. We looked up on Facebook. There's a Dom.
Has he ever contacted you?
No, that dude probably fucking hates me. You ruined my life.
Oh my god!
Or it's awesome.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Probably the former.
let's reel it back.
Former
in.
means the one before, and then the latter is the one after, right? Okay, cool. Go ahead. Reel it back in.
So, yeah, like when I asked that question, I didn't know the answer to that either. Like, do I think everybody is cut out for success in what they think it is? And let's like take a specific hypothetical individual as an example, right? Someone comes up to me or you, let's say that they want to, make to make comedy videos, right? And they're just horribly unfunny. And and I'm like, I know in my head that they're not gonna be successful. Like, you're not good at your job. And they're like, I really want to do it. And it's like, so not everybody can just do it. You know what I mean? Like, just because you want to doesn't mean it's what you're good at, what you're like cut out for.
The only reason why this is hard for me is because it's like, it's all subjective. Like, there's shit that I've seen that's not funny that other people think is funny.
That's true. You're right. Because I see there's a lot of shit I think is unfunny is successful.
People love it.
That's a good point.
So that's the thing. Okay.
Let's just say that it's pretty clear they're not gonna find.
Yeah, 10 out of 10 people can agree that they're not funny.
Or just
everyone.
Let's remove funny from it because that's probably even more subjective than anything else.
Yeah. I would say something like someone who washes cars. You'd be like, you're fucking horrible at this, or you're great at this.
Just like they're just not good at what they're trying to do. Like, they just don't have the skill necessary. Like, okay, a sport, that's an obvious one. You either can do it or you can't.
Yeah.
Like, you could try to, like, after a certain point and you're like, you're not finding your success. Like, you just don't have the talent for it.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, there are people that'll be like that.
Yeah.
And there's some people who can work through it and build that skill. Sure. I guess it's finding if you're that person or not, which is the scary part, is committing that time, is taking that risk. But there are certain factors that'll decide if some people can find that success in what they think is their dream, and if they can't. Not everyone is going to be successful.
But what was the question? You had a hypothetical situation.
It's that. So someone comes up to you and asks, how do I be successful in this way? And you just know that they're not going to achieve that specific dream. Whatever the circumstances are, you just know it's not going to happen because that's reality. Not everybody has achieved their dream.
So what do you tell them?
Think about what your dream actually is. Like I said, go back to the start. Like, okay, you want to inspire people, right? It's like, well, let's be honest, guy. You're probably not going to make it as like a social media fitness guy just like everybody else. Go back and be more specific. Who are you? What's your voice? What's your real dream?
Yeah. What's your why?
Yeah. Like, who you are. Like, that's someone you gotta have something to offer. How do you make that into something bigger? How do you make that your dream?
Yeah, so I want to make this clear to everyone listening. I think what Mike's saying, and this is what I believe, is that it's not so much about being realistic with a dream. It's about being honest with, like, yourself and where you're at and who you are.
You gotta be realistic too, man. Like, you have to be realistic. That's why it's called realistic. It's reality.
I hate that fucking word.
No,
I hate the word
me
realistic.
Too. I hate when people tell me to be realistic when they're just being, sour. They just don't want to see.
So who are you, both people right now? You're telling them to be realistic, but at the same time, you're like, don't be realistic?
I am both people.
Okay.
No, I'm saying, like, you need to be realistic with yourself. Most people say be realistic in the context of society.
And like the dream.
Yeah. They're like, just be realistic, get a real job. I'm not telling you to do that. You don't have to get a real fucking job. You have to do what is realistic within your own life. That's what I mean.
Your own why.
Yeah, be realistic with yourself.
And who you are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, that's what you need to do. But when people say, like, don't try to do that. Like, that's what they would tell me. Like, don't try to, be YouTube, whatever the fuck I'm doing. They'd be like, be realistic, get a real job. And I'd be like, nah, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck off.
Because that's that person just saying, like, in the context of society and the world, you're not being realistic. And it's like, no, with myself, I'm being realistic.
Yeah.
That's the difference I'm trying to make.
Okay.
I'm not going to be overly pessimistic. I'm not going to be overly optimistic and just be like, everybody can do it.
You're talking about, so it's almost like sit down, have a conversation with yourself and be like, where am I at? Who I am? We keep saying this, but who am I? What do I really have to offer?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And not just based on what you see and then, I got this dream. And it's like, okay, well, you want to be a fucking, I don't know. I always use the basketball player dream, but then there's short basketball players. Like, you're fucking 5 feet tall.
There's
then Isaiah Thompson is like,
dude,
there's
variables
short.
No matter what you do. There's always going to be variables. But like, if you can't answer the question, what do I have to offer? Then you're not ready for that dream.
Which I think is the same question as what's your why.
Yeah, that's the starting place.
Yeah.
So like, if you can't answer that question, then you're probably already on the path to failure of your dream, because your dream is probably not accurate. It's probably not really your dream. So you need to start at, step one. Why? Why me? Who am I? What do I have to offer? What
Yeah.
What do I want to do with my life?
Yeah. That's real, man. I mean, I completely agree because that's the whole point that I was trying to make was that people base their why off of someone else's success. And that's not realistic because everyone has done different things. They've gone through different things. They're different. You're different. You're unique. Like, own that. Don't just be like, I see some cool shit that Mike or Brad or some guy on the internet's doing and like, I want to do that. That's their life. Yeah. That's someone else's life. Not that you can't create something similar or something different or something unique to that, like on that vein, but it's like, I do believe you have to think about where you are, who you are, what you are, what you love, what makes you happy, and start there.
What about just like shitty people though? You know what I mean? Like,
this is an interesting, okay.
It's like you want to believe, like,
God, I keep trying to get me to.
No, because honestly, I think my biggest fault, honestly, is being too trusting of people. Is thinking that everyone is just good, is inherently like.
I mean mangoes, by the way.
I thought that was pineapple.
Mango, bro.
That is pineapple.
It's fucking mango,
That's
dude.
one of them is a mango, one of them is a pineapple.
No, dude.
Oh, it says mango on there. Okay.
All I eat is it's just a messed up mango that I half ate. It looks like a pineapple. Yo, dude, I love mangoes, by the way. So
what are you gonna do? An ad for fucking mangoes?
Mangoes. Yeah, mango.
The rainforest.
Brought to you by. Where are they grown?
I don't know. Probably says on there.
No, nope. They're grown at Whole Foods Market, also known as Amazon. What?
I've totally lost interest in this.
Mexico and Brazil. Shout out.
See,
shout out.
Rainforest.
What up?
Well, the Brazilian.
So
okay, so like shitty people. Like I want to believe that everyone has that. They're just good. Like they're just built right, and they just.
I've met a lot of shitty people,
and you just think like, yeah, you're not gonna make it. I think there's something within people's intellect, with their mind, that just.
But they're shitty. But I know shitty people who like take advantage of other people to make it.
Again, like shitty people, like there's bad people who are successful. I'm just saying, like, there's inherent things in your personality or your makeup that make you a certain way, and sometimes you're just never going to overcome that. And that's what I mean by being honest with yourself. Like, if you can have that conversation with being honest with yourself, you are already not one of those people. If you can sit down and be like, "Who am I?" You are already not one of those people. Because some people just live in this world, and it's just like, this is how they see it, and they see success, and like, oh, that guy's got this and that, and excuses and this and that, and they'll never be able to look at themselves and be like, who am I? Why not me? What can I do? They're going to look at everybody else and be like, no, he did that, there's excuses, justifications, and they're just going to continue on in their life, and then they're going to die.
Damn.
And that's like...
So how do we teach that? Because I want to make... How do we teach them not...
You cannot help some people.
Okay, well, I just want to say something then.
What?
I'm not trying to help anybody. I just want to say something.
What?
God, this is so difficult.
So dark. So dark.
So grim.
So grim.
Jesus. It's almost Halloween, dude.
I wanted to shoot your inspirational fucking podcast.
Yeah, you tried. You tried. You're not going to get it.
Like, he was like, oh, let's talk about hard work. And I'm like, no, let's talk about how people fucking suck.
Okay, so...
That is not what I'm trying to do here.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying. I understand, like, I definitely am not disagreeing that there are just some shitty people.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to be like, man, if we just, like, made them look a different way. But you can't make... That's the thing. You can't make someone look anywhere.
You're not...
be anything.
Again, like, if you're trying to inspire people, right, you're not going to help everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, I know
like,
that.
Be honest with yourself. Again, like, you can only help people that want to be helped.
Yeah. That's it.
Just not everybody's going to make it, okay? Like, and if you know, and you're not necessarily going to be that person who isn't going to make it, but you need to be honest with yourself about like who you are, and you need to have these. You need to be introspective and look at yourself.
So let me ask you another question.
Yeah.
Do you think then if you're honest with yourself and who you are, then you can make it no matter if you're good or bad?
Yeah, because you can find what it is that is making it for you.
Okay,
because if you have that ability to look at yourself,
steal my show, motherfucker. I made you do it. Yeah. I made you be motivated.
But you'll probably fail anyway. I'm just kidding. I am not salty. I swear to you, I'm not doing that. Because honestly,
no, this is a good dynamic, though. It's interesting.
But what I wanted to say when you said what makes you want to inspire people. Now, when I do my NARPM videos, at the end, there's always an inspirational thing that I want people to take away from it. But what it is, it's not a key to success. It's not work hard, do this. It's an outlook at life. It's an outlook at yourself, or just a way of looking at things. And I think what it comes down to is certain people don't see life the way it needs to be for them to be successful in the way that they want to be. And that is the first step. And if you cannot do that, you will not be successful. If you cannot see things that way, if you don't have this certain outlook towards yourself, towards life, towards your goals, You're never going to get out of your own way. But what I'm saying, so just so you know I'm not a salty motherfucker, is the reason I like to be inspiring is because I really enjoy my life. And I want to see people enjoy theirs. And I want to see them do it. I don't want to see people just continually be on this treadmill of failure or frustration. Like, I want to see people enjoy the time they have, whatever that means, whether it's making a bunch of money or just enjoying the time you have right now, going out and having fun. Because that's something everybody can do. Everyone can go have fun in some way. You don't need to be a millionaire. You don't need to work for yourself and be famous. You can go enjoy your life and find what that means for you. And that's what inspiration is for me. It's like, whatever I did at the end of the day, if I enjoyed my life, I was successful. Done.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. That's what I'm saying. I mean, that's what I've always said is happiness. It all comes down to happiness.
Yeah.
And if you're happy, then that's all that really matters. Because I could say there's moments in my life where I didn't have shit. I lived in a car. I was broke. And I was happy. And I can say moments now or in the past future, like the last year, where I've had money, I've had a car, I got all that stuff. And I wasn't as happy as I was. I could like put those two together and say that there were still moments where I've had all the stuff that people think make you happy.
Yeah.
And I wasn't as happy as when I lived in my car. So it's all about like where you're at, what you have going on in your life, who you are now today. And it could be different than who you were. So that's gonna bring me to another question then.
Yeah.
It could be completely different than who you were 5 years ago for me. And the circumstances could be different. So then the question I have to ask is, can people change?
Yeah. Again,
that's important.
Like, yes, people can change. I've changed. I change every year.
Yeah.
I change constantly. Again, not everyone is the same. Not everyone is built the same. Like, people can't even think this way. You know what I mean? And there's people who just on another level of success than we will ever imagine. You know what I mean? That see the world entirely differently
like
than
Elon
we do.
Musk. Did you see what this dude is? There's a
like I'm never gonna be that guy.
Let me talk about his last post on Instagram really quick. This is very, very important.
Yeah.
It's like he's pretty much Tony Stark, but smarter, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This dude literally was like, there's a boat. It's going to like a platform out in the ocean, and his caption was, "Get to anywhere in 30 minutes, like, or like around 30 minutes, and get like any city, but get anywhere in the world in 60 minutes." And he has like boat. Went to a rocket ship and that shit shot up in the air. He's talking about building like a rocket ship. I don't want to get in that thing.
Jesus Christ! I'm
talking about like, and you're in North America and then you're in China.
City to city travel by rocket.
I swear to God, bro, this dude.
What is he, fucking Wile E. Coyote?
Bro, listen, this was on his post. It tripped me out on Instagram.
An Acme rocket?
Like literally, get onto a rocket and go to China in 30 minutes.
Fuck it.
And then
Let's go.
let's say you're in China, go all the way to anywhere on Earth in 60 minutes or less.
I'm down.
That's insane, dude.
I'm down.
This dude is a genius. This dude's incredible.
See what I mean? Like,
so yeah, it's like, can I be that dude?
No.
Never. There's one of those fucking dudes, and that's him.
Like, if I desperately wanted to be that guy, I'm not gonna be. Who am I, and like, what can I do with myself? Like, that's it, man.
It's a good example. It's like there's one Steve Jobs. There's one. There's one Bill. Bill Nye.
It kind of.
I meant Bill Gates, but Bill Nye too.
Yeah.
Bill Nye too, though.
Yeah,
that dude's dope.
Just like, you don't want to be the guy who's gonna be like, listen, not everyone's gonna achieve their dreams. It's just not gonna happen. But like, you can achieve yours.
Your
dream.
You
can,
because this is his dream.
Yeah,
that's the thing to point out. This is his dream.
You can achieve a dream.
Yeah.
Whatever one of your dreams you want to. Like, that's up to you.
Dude, and he said it's also, I'm sorry, I'm interrupting, but he said it's also going to be just like the same price as like a regular ticket.
Dude, fucking sign me up.
This dude's amazing. This dude's literally changing the world.
Yeah, let's have this shit happen. I'm sick of long flights.
Dude, I hate flying. But do you think you're going to have like, is it going to be like even worse rocket lag? It's not a jet anymore. Yeah. Is it?
No, I mean,
it's a rocket. Rocket ship. Rocket lag?
It's the time difference. That's the lag.
Because, it's like jet lag, rocket lag.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
So is it called rocket lag now? And are you even more fucked up?
Yeah, they call it rocket lag, I'm sure.
For sure.
You got rocket lag.
So wait. Yeah, you got a back. He's at rocket lag. Yeah. So wait a minute.
Sorry, babe, it's rocket lag.
So are they going to call stewardesses like they're rocketeers?
I don't know what they're going to call them.
Is that
they don't call them.
Is that who flies at a rocketeer?
Pilot.
But that's in a plane though, bro. We're talking about rockets now. It's 2017,
you
dude.
You can pilot anything. You can pilot a
what?
I don't know.
You can't pilot a rocket, bro. It's probably automated.
A pilot's just a term for someone who operates a thing. You can pilot a car.
I'm a pilot.
Yeah. What do you drive?
A car. Anyways, listen. This is amazing. It's not even. But that was a good. Actually, a good
pilot definition.
Pilot, a person who operates the flying of an aircraft.
Yeah. Okay.
This is now a rocket craft. It shouldn't have no aircraft no more.
You've heard it be like, the car was piloted by,
a television program made to test audience retention and review productions of a series. Pilot.
Yeah, I can tell you what a pilot is.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get away from the pilot. Damn, dude. So yeah, that's a good example. I brought this up just because it was sounding cool, but that makes sense.
I think they call it a pilot because in both senses, if they're not good, they crash.
Oh,
think about it.
Yeah, it's like this is not going to work. Let's cut that show. Also, this plane is crashing, which is scary as shit. That's why I don't like flying. That's why I don't like traveling much.
It's control.
It is control. It's not about
yeah.
It's for sure about control. I'm like, yo, I don't know what that guy's doing up there. I don't know.
It's the fact that you're just like, okay, there's nothing I can do about it.
You're just on the ride.
Yeah, let's
and
go.
It's like, I don't know if they did everything right. I don't know if... anyways, I don't want to get you guys scared about flying or anything.
Man,
that's one of my worst fears.
This is the darkest podcast yet.
I was going to say some shit. I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, you save that.
I'm going to save that.
So how'd I do at being inspiring?
Fucking horrible. Fucking embarrassing, dude. I'm like, look, hold my note. It's like, remind me to never have Mike... talk about inspirational things. Writing that down. That's one of my notes for today.
I'm writing a note.
Kevin, can you cut everything Mike put in the podcast?
Okay, I wrote a note for you. I wrote a note for you, Brad.
It's so morbid. I don't even want to say it. It's fucking horrible. It's like that's like the worst shit you could. Oh my god.
I'm not that guy. Come on.
Well, you wrote it down.
It's a joke.
It's a bad joke. It's a fucking horrible joke. Oh my god. Oh man. That's bad. Oh god. What else should we talk about? Save for next time?
Fucking Halloween candy, something positive.
Candy corn. I love candy corn.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite parts about this time of the year.
I like candy corn. They have some heated stances on candy corn, people. They don't like it.
Who doesn't like candy corn?
Most people don't like candy corn.
What kind of people are those?
Regular people? I like it, but I feel like most people like candy corn sucks. It's like eating a candle.
What?
I mean, I like it though.
Oh, because it's kind of waxy.
Yeah, because it's kind of shit. Like I know it's shit, but I like it. It's but I'll eat whatever.
Damn. Do you eat ass though? That's the question.
Yeah.
Savage.
Do you not?
No, I do. I just want to see you say it first so that I can say it second. I'm a follower, bro. I follow you on IG.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but yeah, for those listening who are doubting their dreams, not my intent.
Yeah, no, the thing is, you don't. It's more so about not doubting. It's just like who you are. Find out who you are. Because no matter what, even if I'm sitting here and I'm like, yo, everything inspirational, don't doubt yourself, fuck what people say, all this stuff. I could say all that, but still, I'm going to tell you what are you capable of?
Yeah.
What are you? Who are you? What do you have? What makes you happy? Those things are still going to ask you that question. Even I can inspire, everyone can say all the good stuff, but you still have to figure that out. What is that before you get to that whole success thing? And this is probably the most important thing to learn off of this is don't base your dream and your success off of someone else's.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like working out. It's like, I mean, at least I hope most people know this now is like, you can't just say, okay, my bro does those two things. All I need to do is those two things and I'll look just like him. Mm-hmm. Your body's completely different.
You know what that's called?
Bro science.
Bro science. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
And the thing is, like, everybody's different. Your genetics are different.
Interesting. Interesting.
It's the same.
Like, success can also, it's also bro science at the end of the day. Someone preaching success is bro science. Because what worked for you is not necessarily going to work for somebody
100%.
else. So, like, I can tell my experience and people can pull from that. But you need to know if it works for you. And that is how I do fitness as well, where it's like you take, inspiration from other people and you try it and you assess, is this working for me? Yes or no?
And then keep going. Yeah. And then keep figuring out what works for you.
But it always just comes back to you. You are an individual.
Yeah. So then I think this comes down to something else.
What's that?
It's a lot of fucking pressure.
Yeah.
And I think, and I could say people and myself, I've been like, fuck, this is a lot. Do I want this? This is hard. This is difficult. I'm afraid of failing. I'm afraid of not doing what I'm setting out to do. Like, I can say that I've been there. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what it comes down to. I think people they live off of other people's success and dreams, and it's like this whole smoke screen. So they almost have to like risk and fail like about who they really are going towards their dreams. Meaning like it's scary. It's fucking scary. I don't know, man.
I'm trying to figure this out as we talk about this for myself as well. You know, because we
me
both
too.
like to try to help people and inspire people, and I never want anyone to like give up on their dream. But I would rather somebody find a different dream and make success in that.
It looks like I drew an
fail
egg
forever.
It looks like I drew like sperm going into like an egg. Look.
Okay. Yeah.
See, this is the sperm.
Okay.
Can you see how it's like going into the egg?
Thank you.
This is the egg right here.
Very nice.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
it actually looks like an asshole right here.
Oh, so this is Mike.
Yeah.
Mike, the
asshole.
The pessimistic.
Mike, the pessimistic, salty asshole.
Asshole.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's your asshole and the sperm's going into it. That's not a good situation, bro. Oh my God. Dirt star. I got that from you.
That's just a lady's tongue, man.
That's just
a fine lady's tongue. Okay.
All right. So this is true. Yeah. We are trying to figure our lives out too, guys.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to say I know shit more than anyone.
I am not
I'm
an
just trying to
inspirational speaker.
I'm just trying to talk about it.
I do not have the key to your success. But
you got keys to a nice car, though.
Yeah.
It's a really... So you have success.
Yeah, but for me, like that car, it's like a lot of people just want to buy the car, but look how successful I am. I fucking love cars. I would, if I go broke, I would live in that thing. Because I enjoy it. It's something that's personal to me. But like other people spend money on that and be like, this was a bad idea.
Me. That's
Brad.
me.
That's Brad.
I bought my car. I love my car. I loved it for a year, and I'm like, I don't need this shit anymore. Yeah. Fuck this. I just want a truck.
Yeah.
But the thing is, that's what it is. The thing is, at the time, it motivated me. When I did it, I was like, it's something that motivated me and got me to another level. And then look, but it's not who I really am as like a car person.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Yeah. That's the whole point, guys. It's like, who are you? Who are you?
Yes.
Like, who are you? Like, think about that before you think about anything else.
Like,
what do you care about? What makes you happy?
Let me relate it to this. So like when I first set out to do what I'm doing now with Guion, it was like after I was lucky because I got an early start. I had 4 years of college to like not be in the real world and to figure out how to achieve my dream, but more importantly, how to hone in on my craft, how to become better so I can actually be suited to achieve it. Once I got out, so I went to film school, and when I got out, I was like, I don't want a job in film whatsoever because I'd be working all the time. I'd be miserable. I'd never have time to write. I'd never have time to actually go after my dream. I'd just be stuck at just working as a production assistant at these ridiculous hours. And I tried to explain this to my parents, and they were like, you went to film school and you don't want a job in film? Like, it's all about the connections. I'm like, it's not. It's not about the connections. It's about me being able to do my craft. It's about me being able to write. If I can't write, if I can't do what I'm trying to do, what's the point of having a connection? So I essentially just dove headfirst into the real world and was like, I'm just gonna get a job as a personal trainer and make no fucking money. I hated being a personal trainer. It sucked. And I just like did anything I could to try to make money. But the important thing was I was like, I knew that I was at a place where I can actually go for it. That I believed in myself enough, that I believed in my talent and my craft and what I had to offer, that I knew I could take that leap. And so if you think about it, it's like, you say you just got to take the leap. Well, if you can't fucking fly, don't take the leap. You know what I mean? Like a bird getting ready to jump out of its nest, like it's ready to take the leap. There's a difference between just being like, believe in yourself and go, and being like realistic with yourself. And yet, at some point, you have to take a leap. You have to take a risk. But you have to at least know a little bit that you can, you know, that you're taking the right leap.
Yeah.
And that's about like believing in yourself and being honest what leap you're making. Because you can't just quit your job and be like, I'm going to go pursue my dream. Like, that's not taking a leap. That's just it's kind of being a little ridiculous.
Yeah, you got to find a balance of like how you're still going to pay for your bills and shit like that.
But if you know who you are and what you have to offer, and you can answer that question, be like, how do I see this being successful? How do I make this happen? Do I really have this within me? And you really believe that, and you can see that, and you can answer that, and you know what that dream looks like for you, then you take that leap. But not before you answer that question. Not just because you want what's on the other side.
Yeah. Damn, you said something earlier that I was like, damn, I got a really good thing that I want to...
I forgot what I said.
Damn.
I blacked out.
That's how it works. That's how all my talks work.
Yeah.
It's like, all this shit is just literally we're improving this. Like, on this paper, it's just like, it really is just like a star asshole with like...
Yeah.
We just make this up. It's weird. It's an interesting dynamic, bro.
Yeah. Interesting.
That's the best word. Because I had something I really wanted to say, and I was like, forgot it. Shit.
Was it about the birds?
No.
Because I was watching like nature documentaries. That's what I thought about it. Because these birds, you know, they jump out of their nest and shit. And you're like, you know, if that bird were a groundhog, it would die.
Yes.
But you know, that's what I mean. Like the bird's gonna jump because it's suited to jump and fly.
And its
your
bones
groundhog,
are hollow, right?
If you're a groundhog, you dig that fucking hole.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I see what you let's talk about animals.
Yeah, animals, man.
Discovery
like,
Channel.
That's what we are, right?
Yeah.
So like everyone's built differently.
Like, what's your specialty?
Because like I'm out there flying, you'd be like, yo, I'm gonna fly. I'd be like, dude, but you're a groundhog.
Like, I'm the fucking strongest, biggest animal in the world.
Yeah, an American marten. Check my Instagram story for that.
It's an American marten. That's how it sounded. And it was like a
American marten.
And it was like a damn.
It was like a rodent.
Yeah.
Shit. But that's the point I'm trying
to make. Who named that animal?
Fuck
that guy.
You need to go back to animals for me to not sound like an asshole.
No,
but like,
it makes sense.
Yeah. Like
100% makes sense, man. We're all different. We're all unique.
Yeah. Like,
but it's like figuring that out. Who you are, what you are.
And like you can live an awesome fucking dream, even if it's not the one you thought you wanted.
Yeah. So then I want
to... And it'll be even better because it'll be your dream. It'll be what you are good at.
And I want to share a story then. So from the Culture Cast, we talked to Breon, who won Olympia.
Uh-huh.
And his dream was to become an NFL, famous NFL, want to be an NFL player.
Yeah.
And his whole life was about that since he was a kid.
Yeah.
And then he like got injuries. Because we talked about this on the other podcast, and he realized like it didn't work out for him. He had to say that fear point of like, I got to let go of this.
Mm-hmm.
To then, I like to work out. I like to act. To then start to try to do more. Got closer to going to start competing, and he did that, and then now he won the thing, and he feels better than he's ever felt. And he the passion that he felt for football. At one point, he's like, I'm never going to feel this again. Now, as when he's winning, he's this bodybuilder guy. He feels more of that feeling of passion than he ever did in the first place. So it was exactly what he never even thought about it, and then it didn't work out, and everything felt shitty. He said for about a year, he felt like shit, trying to figure out what he wanted to do. It was kind of just wavering and trying to get by. And then he found this new thing. He's like, I like this even more than that, and I'm even more successful at it, and it's even more for him.
Yeah.
And he's more happy than he's ever been. So that's a whole part of life that we talked about, but I want to bring it back here is like, it doesn't always go as planned, but like that's
you got to make adjustments.
That's life. Shit don't always go as planned. Like I went to Vegas one time and the plan was no plan. There was a no plan. Okay. And I had the most fun I've ever had in my whole life.
Yeah.
Period. Well, at Vegas, because all the other times it's like, oh, I'm fucking tired or whatever, and I'm there for an expo and I love it, but I'm like, I don't eat enough. I'm like just taking pictures, like doing all that good stuff, but I don't eat enough food. But the no plan was before anyone, and I was just going to Vegas and like turning up.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I had to worry about what people thought about me.
Have fun.
I didn't have. I got to eat.
Yeah, like that's part of it is making adjustments, making pivots for that will never stop. Like you never just I achieved my dream. I did it. What happened?
You heard that guy scream.
He's having a good lift.
Oh yeah.
But like, yeah, you have to be open to the pivots. Like a failure is not necessarily a bad thing. If you fail at your dream, that could be the best thing that ever happened to you because it could open up the new outlet for you, the new path that you were meant to be on that you would never have got to if you didn't fail at the other thing.
Yeah.
And so you have to keep trying, but again, you have to be realistic and honest with yourself.
Yeah, so you have to keep assessing.
Yes.
Where are you at?
Yeah.
Where am I at? What makes me happy? Figure that out.
What can I do? How can I get to where I want to be? What do I really want? And just keep moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all it comes down to.
Yeah.
You redeemed yourself.
Thank you.
Yeah, I hope they got here. I hope they didn't stop when you were like, fucking mother.
I was never like that. I was never like that.
No, I know you're not like that.
No,
but
I mean like in this podcast. I mean,
it came across for a second that way, but I get it. I
wanted to actually answer that question
and make a point.
Yeah,
you made a point, bro.
You do have to think like, some people just suck, bro.
Yeah,
like, I don't know. Like you never want to admit that and be like, everybody's got it. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I don't know. I can't answer that question, but
Yeah, you definitely don't have it if like everything you do is like, or everything someone else does is like, oh, well, they have it because of this. If you're that guy who's like, you're constantly making excuses for everyone else's success, it's like you're probably so caught up in other people's shit that you probably don't have it.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what it is for you because you're so concerned with what other people have.
And as an inspirational person, you might never help that person. You can't help someone who's incapable
until they're ready to be
helped.
helped.
Yeah. That's within themselves, or it's not.
Do you think Dom Mazzetti?
What about him?
Do you think he is capable of being helped?
Doesn't need any help.
Why not? I feel like he needs help, dude.
What kind of help?
Like mental help. Like, I feel like he needs some guidance from Mike.
What would that look like?
I don't know. That's the weirdest shit I've ever thought of right now. I pictured two of you sitting there. And him over there.
Dom's in a funny place.
Yeah, he is. It is funny.
We like to evolve him as like a real person. So like when YouTube starts fucking with the YouTube money, we're like, let's make Dom fucking broke. And like, yeah, that's actually my money, but you know, I'm not doing coke every fucking day. Like,
Yeah.
It's part of the character, which is great because we use these real life circumstances to be like, let's evolve this character. And so for Dom, his world right now is collapsing, and we're making him like this guy who's just like desperate.
Yeah,
and it's funny.
It's fucking funny, dude.
But like, it's there are real life circumstances that go within that. But again, that's different. It's hilarious to see people be like, yo, I think this guy needs help. And I'm like,
especially the ones who don't watch the channel regularly, don't like see it, so they're like, what the who the fuck
most
is
people
this
still
guy?
think I'm real.
Yeah,
Like Dom is real.
he's not real. I thought he was real.
Oh yeah, he's real. He's just not here today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he'll come in later.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah,
It's weird.
interesting.
Anyways, we got to get him on a show. One of these episodes.
we'll bring
maybe
him in.
next one. Maybe the following one. You guys will see.
Yeah, surprise guest.
Surprise guest, the biggest douchebag in the world. And
Dumb City.
it's not me on the wall over there.
I'm a dumbass.
With the hat. Yeah. So what is that it?
We were here to talk about hard work, and instead we just like
Listen, bro. There's no right and wrong.
Literally,
Okay.
you said the topic is hard work, and we went way away from that.
Not really.
Sort of, yeah.
Not really.
It was like, does hard work mean success?
The whole point is
It's
like,
definitely not after this.
I mean, hard work and success and dreams and it's all comes to the same thing. It's all ends up being very similar. Not the same thing, but they're all along the same lines.
Yeah.
So it's like, I guess then don't spend time working hard at some shit that's not really your dream.
You also can't just work hard, man. I mean, it's like, it's a mixture of shit. Everything goes into it.
Yeah.
And you can't just do one thing and be like, why isn't it working?
Yeah.
You need to keep coming back and assessing it all and being like,
Damn, I want to ask a deeper question. Why do you
Okay.
think people think that that's all you got to, it's like, you just got to see someone do it, and then you think like, well, there's so many people who are like, what do you do? I just want to know what you do because I want to be where you're
they
at.
just don't see things the way you do. Some people just don't see things. They don't have the right outlook. They can't perceive things in that way, or they aren't at that moment.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, people just have different makeups mentally, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's a fact.
Yeah.
Different hormones,
So
different
like
genetics, different
people
structure.
are gonna see things differently. Some people are gonna be like, why can't I just do that? And shit.
Oh, that threw me through a loop.
Yeah, I didn't want you to come away with something really, really fucking positive today. So I wanted to make sure to just
You're good.
torpedo that.
You
before.
are good, bro. You are
I
solid.
was like, here we go. Brad's gonna do this big old fucking inspirational thing today, and I'm just gonna just get my sights on it and launch a torpedo right into the fucking hole
Yeah.
of that thing and just sink it.
Yeah, that was good. Well, I still got a few mangoes left, so.
That's good, man. See, not everything's bad. Still got some mangoes.
Oh, shit. I feel like I should just end with this quote.
What's the quote?
That quote.
That's a.
It's a long-ass quote. We did it in the other one, but I think just read it. You don't got to read it out loud, but
Nah.
you've heard that quote before. The Man of the Arena. It's a dope quote.
Yeah,
Google that quote, guys.
It's a little long.
It's long as hell.
Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, I just wrote that there. Yeah. Well, I don't know if I have much to say. I think I want to just go play video games.
Are you really good at video games?
Yeah. That's why I made a video game channel.
Yeah.
So I could show
Do
it
you
off.
think that you could have been a video gamer professionally?
Yeah, if I yeah, for sure. If I wasn't like fitness guy, if
Yeah.
I just did that, yeah. That's all I did, yeah.
But see, you knew you were good at that.
yeah.
I was pretty good at video games. Like
Yeah.
when I played them, I was good. But I was like, there's no fucking way I'd be like professional video gamer.
no.
Skateboarding, for instance. I was really good at skateboarding, okay? And I have these old skateboard videos, right? And it's like, people are like, you could have gone pro, you could have gone pro. And it's like, I knew I couldn't. And that wasn't upsetting to me. I knew that there was certain things I lacked that I would never be able to go pro. I was good, but I was not that good. And I just enjoyed doing it. And it was never my dream to go pro because I was honest with myself, being like, do I see myself being that guy? Am I capable of that? Can I mentally throw myself down a set of fucking 30 stairs? And it's like, probably not.
Yeah, that's...
So like I knew that was not my dream. And some people like, you know, maybe get caught up in that and be like, I can do this, but like, can you really? Do you have it in you? And if you know you do, then you can.
So if I knew I had it in me and I didn't, that's the crazy thing is like, I didn't choose it.
Wasn't your dream.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah, never thought about that.
Damn. Makeup artist and hairstylist.
Is that your dream?
No, just on this pen here. I don't know why this is here.
Maybe you should pursue that, dude.
It's definitely not my
new
thing.
dream for you.
It's not a new
Hey,
dream.
man, I don't know. Maybe this all fucking sucks. You want to do something different, didn't you?
Yeah.
Makeup artist, hairstylist, could be you.
Nope.
Think about it.
Nope.
Gotta be honest with yourself.
Thought about it again. Nope.
You know, I heard this guy once say,
I know who you're going to quote. Go ahead.
you got to be real with yourself. Mm-hmm. You got to look at yourself and be honest with yourself. Like, what's my dream? Mm-hmm. What's my dream?
Who said that?
Me.
No, I think it was me.
I fucking said it.
That was me, bro. I said it like 4 times.
We have proof.
Run the
That was
tape.
my whole point from the start. And then it just turned into like, Mike's a salty dick.
Run the tape.
Yeah.
I said it.
Yeah, after I did.
I said it
You probably
first.
said it over me. Or tried to anyway.
I said it before you even mentioned it.
Nah.
Yeah.
Well, Brad's going to quit this whole thing and become a makeup artist.
No,
So,
I'm not.
Yeah.
I would never do that.
You're thinking about it.
I was trying to think of something to say to you.
Could I do it?
No, I can never do it. I can't do it.
Cool. That was fun. That was
Yeah.
an interesting take on inspiration.
Yeah. And hard work.
So hard
in
love.
your dreams.
Yeah.
Next time on Depresscast. No.
Seriously, I would take more inspiration from that personally than someone just telling me about like chase down your dreams.
Work hard and all that bullshit.
Like no, because like you need to know that like success for me, it's just like being happy. You're here on Earth.
Yeah.
You have this time. Enjoy it whatever way you fucking can.
Yeah.
And if you're wasting your entire life chasing a dream that's not actually your dream, then you've wasted your life. Just find out how to enjoy and do what you actually want to do.
Yeah.
And live.
And I think it's why real quickly, I think it's why a lot of people don't get to their success because they're trying to force something that's not actually for them.
Yeah.
And it's like frustrating. And
You
it
don't
doesn't
need
work.
that.
Yeah. And you're not happy because you're like, this shit's not working out. And you're so obsessed with it not working out that you're never happy.
Yeah.
Versus like finding some shit that can work out for you.
Balance, man. You got to
Yeah.
balance it too. You got to enjoy the ride while you're on it.
Man. Yeah. And that's it.
Yeah.
I think I'm hungry.
Yeah. I'm hot. Is it not hot in here?
No, it's cold, dude. I got the AC on.
Seriously,
This
I'm
is
like fucking sweating.
Yeah, it's because you're the devil and you're fucking negative. It's fucking 68 degrees in here. I got a separate AC unit in
Is
here.
it? Because it's hot.
Yeah, there's this one on the roof.
I'm fucking sweating.
Yeah. Jesus, we should turn down the fucking cold heart and
Is
then
that-
we'll fucking cool you off.
Well, you'd think I would be cool if I'm a cool heart.
No.
You think that would keep
Yeah.
me cool?
It's like Sub-Zero.
Because I'm all cold-blooded,
be
but I'm also
Sub-Zero.
the devil apparently. So
It's weird. It's like
Yeah.
you're Scorpion and Sub-Zero at the same time.
damn, look at that.
Weird. Super weird.
Okay, we should probably end this thing.
Yeah, we should kind of. Can you pull the plug, please? We need to pull. Can you help us?
We'll keep talking if you don't just like.
Please
cut
pull
it.
the plug.
Yeah, just stop
like
it.
completely out.
Yeah,
just like let us go.
DNR.
Yeah, it's going. It's going. 1, 2, 3, done.